Hey everybody, welcome back. Wow. The Halo drama, man, it's wild. It is wild. So, there's these allegations from former Halo Studios developers. So, let's get on with it, shall we? Then we'll have some campaign evolved leaks to go after too in this video as well. So, stick around. So, it's going to be a bumpy one. So, let's get started then. So, this is coming from a former art director. He's actually been part of the series for 17 years. So, this is going back to the Bungie days, to the late Bungie days. So, let's get started. Post 102, under the revised Code of Washington, Title 49, Chapter 44, I list the following. That between January 2024 and June of 2025, I witnessed firsthand I was personally subjected to numerous unethical and or unlawful acts committed by senior Halo Studios representatives, including but not limited to blacklisting, fraud, rampant favoritism, manifesting hiring and career growth interference, and multiple harassment campaigns designed to provoke the constructive discharge of unwanted employees otherwise in good standing. That after filing several documented complaints with Microsoft's Human Resources Department in June, a senior global employee relations or GR representative threatened retaliation on first contact and promised to squash any further investigation. So I feel that representative was just covering for the people who are actually doing the harassment that are senior Halo Studios leadership. That senior Halo Studios representatives engaged in a 4-day-long act of harassment intending to manufacture a cause for my termination in July. That the aforementioned GER representative supervisor and Microsoft's BRI or Business Conduct and Compliance Department were provided daily invisibility and failed to take any appropriate disruptive action during the act nor punitive action afterwards. That complaints escalated to BRI and Microsoft's Workplace Investigation Team, or WIT, were reported closed by the aforementioned GR representative when in fact they had been returned as quote-unquote out of scope. Sounds like an excuse to kind of not investigate it further when there definitely, most likely is something going on here. Anyway, continuing. That in August 2025, the catastrophic mismanagement of Halo campaign Evolve created an opportunity for senior Halo Studios representatives to temporarily reassign the art team from my unannounced project and falsely characterize my role as redundant, a plainly retaliatory act. Side note, how in the hell do you mismanage a remake? Like, that's beyond me. A game that has already been remastered before, mind you, so I don't know how you screw up managing a remake. Beyond me. But anyways, that in September 2025, a GR director promised to have this retaliation investigated and then disallowed any consideration of the original complaints, subsequent harassment, or actions taken by the GER representative. That between June and October, GR, BRI, and WIT failed to carry out even the most cursory investigation by refusing to interview primary witnesses cited in the original complaints, and that between September and November, Microsoft openly violated RCW 49.12.250 and has since made no attempt to meet its penalty obligation. If you think this guy's just kind of trying to stir drama, no, there's also other former developers that back him up on this. We got Robin Kane over here. Spot on. Halo equals harassment and retaliation. I witnessed it, and it happened to me too. And Tyler Davis pitched in as well. They definitely did a lot of us dirty to cover some F-ups. It's too hard to hold the actual people who make decisions accountable. Those controlling the narrative make it so that it just does not work. It's always been the good old boys club of backstabbing, shoulder down, get the blank out of my way mentality. I wish the people doing the work nothing but the best. Some of the management is amazing folk, but there are those who want to fire every single artist, and they told me that bluntly. If you need anything, brother, let me know. That sounds like the thing about the artist. That sounds like kind of trying to replace them with AI. That's what it seems like to me, personally, but hey, who the hell knows? But anyways, though, yeah, Sharma, if you're seeing all this, you need to get involved. At least investigate it anyways, because this is getting out of hand. Because before it's too late, really. Because if Xbox truly cares about Halo, as they think they do, they need to investigate and fix this now. Because can Halo have a project that's not mismanagement? Somehow, like, for crying out loud. The fact that both Halo Infinite and Campaign involved two projects in a row that somehow had mismanagement to the nth degree, like, is fucking insane. And not even to mention the other previous projects even before that. Mastery Collection, Broken Launch, I might want to, reference. Just saying. Because Halo's been mismanaged for a long ass time. Very long time. So, and we're all sick of it. We're all sick and tired of this shit. Y'all need to fix this. Seriously. But anyways, rant aside, there have been, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there were some leaks about Campaign Evolve itself. So the first one is this one, where Reps Gaming, reported that Halo Campaign Evolve campaign is now content complete and playable from start to finish. So I mean, if it's playable from start to finish already in early 2026, then that summer release, though, is looking a little bit more likely, I gotta admit. It's looking pretty more likely than it was, a couple months ago when the rumor first came out about it. Anyways, there has been another leak that kind of hinted towards this as well, where rumor Halo Campaign Evolve will be released on July 28th, and it will have early access by paying an extra fee on July 23rd. So July 23rd, so probably some kind of like early, I don't know, maybe I guess a premium edition or something like that, like Forza Horizon 6 is doing. This has been learned from the data mines of Grunt.api. And Grunt.api, he's been known in the leak, Halo leak community for a long time, so he's leaked a bunch of stuff about Halo Infinite's content roadmap that ended up being true. So I mean, I tend to believe him. So like he's legit when it comes to leaking stuff. So with Halo over the past couple years, so it's pretty legit. So I definitely believe it. So it makes sense, I guess. So Halo possibly in July. We'll probably get a release date at the Xbox Game Showcase in June. So not too far off. About a little under 2 months from now. So it's not too far off until we actually see when this thing is releasing and all that. I know there was also another report saying that they're mostly going to leave the Infinite assets untouched in Campaign Evolve. I mean, apparently there is a possibility for some slight changes, but anyone expecting like a dramatic overhaul, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, that's not going to happen. I was doubtful of that myself from the get-go. So they're, again, kind of repeating what, CE Anniversary did, but so far, I do think that Campaign Evolve looks better from an art style wise than, Combat Evolved Anniversary did, way back when, but that's a different story for a different day. But yeah, regarding the allegations, yeah, this needs to be corrected ASAP, because for those who kind of thinking that shut Halo Studios down, no, that's not the solution. That's not what the solution is. That for Microsoft to properly investigate, fire those who are causing all these allegations to occur and all that, and so kind of replace them with people who actually give a shit and will treat their employees well. Because at the end of the day, so the actual developers, they don't need to be harassed and all that and all this. No, they're just trying to do their thing, and they don't need to be harassed by senior leadership. They should be ashamed of themselves. Period. And they shouldn't be having a job, in leadership at this studio. Period. Or any game company for that matter. So hopefully Microsoft actually kind of caves in and actually investigates, and they fire and if they find out who is responsible for all these allegations, they fire them and replace them, because this is unacceptable. Period. But anyway, so that's all I gotta say on this news. So let me guys know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one. And consider hitting that subscribe button so that you do not miss any more Halo news as it comes out. And I'll see you on the next one. Until then, have a good one.